Have you ever found yourself just going along with the crowd, following the same old paths everyone else is taking? Well, hold on to your hats because today we're diving into this subject head on. Picture this though, the Lord with all his power giving you the heads up not to get caught up in the same old schemes as everyone else. He's saying, hey, don't sweat what they're sweating. Fear me, the big guy upstairs, because I'm the real deal. So if you've ever felt like you're just another sheep in the herd, buckle up because we're about to shake things up.
You're teaching me with my imperfections, reaching me when I run the other direction. I'm undone.
I can tell you stories about being a football dad and decisions that I made for my son out of fear from not going along with the crowd. I know that in hindsight, it can be 2020 and I can't go back and relive or redo those things, but I can tell you right now, if I could, I would do a lot of things a lot differently. Part of that is because I didn't really think that God had time to be involved with athletics, and I really didn't seek his guidance about it. And if I'm going to be totally honest with you, that was the farthest thing from my mind. I was just afraid if I didn't follow the crowd, my son would be penalized. Near the village of Jivas in the eastern part of Turkey, while there were some shepherds eating their breakfast, one of their sheep decided to jump off a 45-foot cliff to its death. Then as the shepherds sat there, they were stunned. The rest of the flock followed. In all, 1,500 sheep stumbled off that cliff. The only good news was that the last 1,000 were cushioned in their fall by, get this, by the growing woolly pile of those who jumped first. According to the Washington Post, 450 sheep died that day. Yet as a kid, I remember telling my dad I wanted to do something with someone else, and he would say no, and my typical response was, so-and-so is getting to do it, to which I would hear, if they jump off a bridge, are you going to do it too? I can remember the thoughts of not getting to do something was going to ruin my life, and my reputation that I mistakenly thought I had was over with. Of course, being different can get you into trouble, and not following along with others can cause you problems sometimes. So God reminds us not to be afraid of people's disapproval. The only one we should fear is God himself. If we look at Luke 12, 4 through 5, it says, I tell you, my friends, do not be afraid of those who kill the body and after that can do no more. But I will show you whom you should fear. Fear him who after your body has been killed has the authority to throw you into hell. Yes, I tell you, fear him. 1 Peter 3, 14 through 16 says this, but even if you should suffer for what is right, you are blessed. Do not fear their threats. Do not be frightened, but in your hearts revere Christ as Lord. Always be prepared to give an answer to anyone and everyone who asks you to give a reason for the hope that you have. But do this with gentleness and respect, keeping a clear conscience, so that those who speak maliciously against your good behavior in Christ may be ashamed of their slander. Romans 12:2 says, do not conform to this pattern of this world, but be transformed by the renewing of your mind. Then you will be able to test and approve what God's will is, his good, pleasing, and perfect will. So if you're stuck in the rut of following the crowd and feeling the pressure to go along with what everyone else is doing, it's time to break free. Make your decisions based on what God is guiding you to do, not on the fear of others' opinions or their threats. Sure, life's going to throw you some curveballs, and choosing to follow God's will might not always be a walk in the park. But remember, the path less traveled is often the one that leads to a greater fulfillment and purpose for you. This week, I want you to commit to shedding the fear of conformity and embracing the courage to stand up for what is right, even if it means going against the grain. I hope each of you has a great week, and I will see you back next Monday morning on Monday Mornings with Michael. Don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe.